Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 31 of our Let's Play series for Football Manager 2016. Last time around we finished pre-season and got stuck into the start of the Eredivisie season, so we got a win in our first game, which was good. What I think we're going to do is, I think I may look at our schedule here. So we've got, 5 games before our Champions League first group game. So I assume the draw is going to be sometime soon. It doesn't say there, but I think it's not too far away, probably a week or two. So what I may do, maybe run through a couple of games, but I think what I'll do, Heerenveen did pretty well last season. What I think I'll do, I'll run through the Willem 2 and Roda JC games, and we'll pick this series back up at the Heerenveen game. If anything sort of comes up between now and then, like the Champions League draw or any major developments and stuff, I will let you guys know, but apart from that, I'll see you guys soon. Alrighty guys, I thought I'd just show you this. So we have captured Rick Karsdorp, so that is good. So he is joined the club, which is awesome. So ask Lasse Schöne to help him integrate as quickly as possible. So that is good. Yeah, so I think he's going to be a very, very good player. So he's not quite as good as Van Rijn yet, but as we said, he's got a fair bit of potential to go yet another full star, which is good. He's quite a professional player and that kind of stuff. He can play sort of a number of positions at wing back, right back, and defensive mid. So he's definitely going to be a right back for us, and I think he should be quite a good player, which is really quite good given that Van Rijn's going to be out for another couple of months. Yeah, another 2 to 3 months, which is disappointing, but that's the way things go. Yeah, so that is good. So nothing too much here. Not really interested in that. I've already seen you. I'll find that. Cool. Right. Arsenal made a bid for Van Beek. Interesting. We've made an offer for him too, haven't we? Damn, that's not good. Don't want him to go to Arsenal then. Waiting for his contract thing to come back. So interesting. Nope. Yeah, cool. Right. Interesting. So, hopefully we can catch Mr. Van Beek. Anyway, alrighty. Hopefully. So we should get the news about that back fairly soon. So I'm thinking maybe play through a couple of days until we actually get an answer on that. Because if we don't get him, we probably have to get someone else. Because unfortunately, Timothy Fosu-Mensah actually went on loan to somewhere else, which means that we're not going to be able to get him on a full transfer this season. So if that happens, we're going to be a little bit of trouble, I think, in terms of our centre-backs. We have to probably get a less than desirable person in. So Laurent Duarte is going to go 2 million transfer to Pescara, which is good. So might as well usually do this. I'm not sure if it makes a difference, but why not? Alright, so there we go. So it's another player out the door, which would be good. He wasn't getting any game time. Like, you'd think he did fairly well. If he wasn't, like, he probably one of those players did perform above his ability a little bit, but yeah, he definitely sort of wasn't going to get a whole lot of games, so that should be good. Alrighty, Derbies have made a offer from Van der Beek, which is fine. And you see there, he's got a minimum fee release clause of 20 million, so I'm not really too worried about that being met. Fortuna Sittard bid for DeWitt, Danny DeWitt. So he's a centre mid. Probably one of those players is not really going to get into our first team, but 155,000 is too little. And El Ghazi, 4.8 million, not going to get that either. Cool. Not really interested in selling anyone else at the moment, so that's fine. All right, Nuri's going on loan to Palermo, which is really good. So if he gets he's got the squad status of first team, so he should get a fair few games through the season, which would be good. And obviously playing in the Serie A in Italy, should get a fair bit of really good development there. So that is good. So I'm going to speak to him and say, we'll reassess your ability, and then, or your place in the squad, and then we'll accept that. So you can go on loan to Palermo for the season. So as we mentioned before, we do have the recall clause, which I put in all my loans, just to make sure that if we ever get into real big trouble, we can always get players back if we really need them. So it is a frustrating thing to have at the start of the game when you have players out on loan, that already sent out on loan when you start at a club, and then you can't get them back until at the end of the season because you don't really have the option. Alrighty, Derby have made a bid for Milik, 4.7, not interested either. Newcastle bid for Lundberg, not interested either. And cool. Alright, so I haven't had an offer from Van Beek yet. Yeah, which is interesting. So, improved deal for Mr. Peter. So he's 2018 earning 950 a week. Alright, that's fair enough. Don't think he's not going to be a regular starter, but we'll give you a little bit more money. 3.5 if you would take it. 10% a year, that's fine. Give you a little bit more of a signing on fee. If that makes you happy. Cool. Alright, that's good. Happy that. 3.5k for a backup goalkeeper is fine. El Adrusi's going on loan to Heracles. Good. Who is this? There's Montenegro anyway, so it doesn't really matter to us. That's cool. Cool. Alrighty, still haven't had an offer from Mr. Is it Sven? Someone Van Beek, which is it's strange. I would have thought we had an offer back at the moment. I haven't seen anything yet. We did offer him a very good contract, so I'm just hopeful we can lure him. I'm thinking he's probably going to go to Arsenal, though. Like, you can't really blame him for going to Arsenal, so... Anyway, alright guys, I'm going to pause the video. I'll run through this game. I'll probably run through the next one as well. Probably jump back in once we get an offer for... once we get an answer back from Mr. Van Beek, whether he joins us or he doesn't. Either way, we'll have to do something there. So, yeah, that should be good. Alrighty guys, I'll see you shortly. Alrighty guys, Sven Van Beek has signed for Arsenal, which is not surprising. We just had a 1-1, 2-2 draw. Was it the 2-2? Yeah, it was 2-2. 2-2 draw against Willem 2. It was very, very disappointing. We absolutely dominated the game. We just couldn't convert. A couple of our bad, like Fisher and Wesley Hoyt had some really quite bad games and bad mistakes. Klaassen didn't have a great game either. So, anyway, that's the way things go. So, we're going to need another centre-back. We've got a couple of options. We can play for Giva there if we really need to. Oh, I don't know. I'm not convinced though. Like, I know he'd probably do a decent job at centre back, but I've got what 15. If we look at what his stats here, central defender. So acceleration, jumping, strength, positioning, marking, tackling, heading, determination. So I mean, he's got some decent stats there. I don't like his preferred move, those dives into tackles. That's bad for a centre-back. I hate that for a centre-back because it means they can make some really rash challenges. Also, it marks opponents tightly. It's not always what we want. So, he does okay at centre-back, but I find sometimes he's just a little bit liable to make some mistakes. I'd rather have him as a bit of a utility player. He can play sort of across the back when we need to. I don't really want to have him as like a first-choice centre-back. I'd really like a really good centre-back. I'm not really quite sure we're going to be able to get one because there's just not really anyone, unfortunately, that we can really grab. So if you're looking to hear about the Dutch centre-backs, look at position, centre-back. So if we sort by recommendation, so we've got Karim Rekik here from Marseille in France. I'm not sure they'll be able to grab him though. This is from a while ago, so I'm actually going to grab a quick scout report from, I think, who's one of our good guys now? Can have a quick jump in, because obviously John Steen Olsen was our man, but he's gone, he retired, so we need a sort of a go-to person. Sort of a really good scout, which is our sort of final, probably you actually, Omar Milanetto. He's got 20 and 17 for the ratings there, which is very, very good. We got 17 and 16, no. 17, 17, it's not bad. 17, 17. Alright, we're going to go for Omar Milanetto. He's got 20 and 8, 20 for ability and 17 for potential, so he's good. So, we're going to come back to our shortlist, wherever we... there we are, Rekik. Cool, right, we're going to get a scout report from Omar Milanetto, see if we still grab him for 5.25 to 9.75 million, which would be good. So he's Dutch, 22 years old, he's got a couple of caps already. Fair bit of potential to go, I think, from memory. He's got 3-star currently, and he's got still another half-star to go, so could end up being a very, very good defender. I think he's probably going to be our first choice, really. Could grab Nathan Aker. Though he's not really, he hasn't really developed up properly. He's definitely not a centre-back anymore, so his positioning is rubbish, marking, tackling, and all that kind of stuff is just not good enough. So it looks like, unfortunately, he's not going to fulfill his potential for whatever reason. But apart from that, though, if we look at even by value here, we could look at Virgil van Dijk, who's at Southampton, but he's not really all that great, to be honest. I've never really been all that impressed. His concentration and decisions for me is what really lets him down. Positioning, marking, tackling aren't amazing, but they're acceptable. But his concentration and decisions for a centre back, that's just absolutely critical. Because otherwise, you're going to get them making some really stupid decisions at times. So I'm not really interested in him. Then Rekik is next. Douglas at Trabzonspor. He's 29 years old. Not a bad play, but probably not really worth the money. It's probably get better off getting someone else. We could even bring Mike Vanderhorn back. I don't really think he's worth it. We're actually just going to get a scout report to see how much it would cost to bring him back. Don't think I really want to do it. I don't think he's really sort of a frontline guy. He's not a bad defender, but just not quite good enough, I don't think. Yeah, Patrick Van Aanholt. Sunderland, he's a left back, so he's definitely not a centre back. And apart from that, that's really sort of it. Fabian Sporksledy. He was at Ajax, wasn't he? Yes, he was. We released him a few seasons ago. He's not really up to scratch either. So, yeah, so there's not really, unfortunately, a whole lot of Dutch players. And if you look at Scandinavian, so if we jump into here, to the region, into Scandinavian, there's not really a whole lot of people here either. We've looked at Simon before. He's not probably really up to scratch either. Probably quite a good player, but if he's 29 years old, I don't think he's really sort of first choice material, unfortunately. So you're not up to scratch. What about you? You're not bad, actually. Actually, you're quite good at Celtic. So you got 15 marking, 15 tackling, 14 positioning. Some really quite good mental stats in there. Good bravery and aggression, which are good for centre-backs. Decisions aren't amazing, but acceptable, probably. Good leadership, some decent physicals as well. Quite strong, quite good jumping as well, which is actually something we do lack a bit. So 25 years old, earning 24.5k a week. Danish central defender. So you actually could be interesting. You could be... You've been at Celtic for a couple of seasons, so you could be an option, actually. We're going to go for... Get a scout report on you as well. Add you to our shortlist, just so we keep an eye on you, what's happening. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much most people, unfortunately. So you're not bad, but your pace and acceleration is rubbish. Like, I know some people are happy with pace and acceleration being really low on central defenders, but I just don't like it. You're not bad in some of your technical stuff, but like your mental stuff, like your bravery, composure and stuff aren't all that good. Determination's a bit rubbish as well. So determination's not everything on the field, but yeah, I do quite like it, to be honest. There's no real good standout recommendations. Philip Helander, we have looked at you before, I think. You're at Udinese, aren't you? Yeah, so you got 14, 15, 15. Your agility is a bit of a problem. Everything else is really quite good. Interesting. You got 15 positioning as well. You're wanted on by transfer. You're value 1.5 million, so I'm going to scout report on you as well. So it looks like we're going to have to go for a Scandinavian option. Oh God, I can't talk. Scandinavian option. There we go. Apart from Rekic, unless we can actually get him from Marseille. So he's probably really the only option. He would be quite a good choice, I think, really. He's got some decent stats there. His position needs a bit of work. His physicals are probably really quite good. His mental stuff needs needs a little bit of work too, so he would need a little bit of work, but he does have some potential there which we probably could develop. So he's not really like a first standout choice, which is what I wanted, unfortunately, but we haven't really got a choice. There's, unfortunately we're still sort of little small time at the moment. We're not really sort of a big club, and we sort of still get outbid by a lot of clubs. So can we look at Eric Peters? Yeah, you're not really a centre back though, are you? You're a left back. Well, you do have some fairly decent stats. Not amazingly slow. Your strength isn't great either. Marking, tackling, positioning is okay. You're not actually even a natural centre back, are you? No, you're not really accomplished there. Yeah, right, fair enough. Alright guys, I'm going to pause the video again. I'll run through the next game. I'll let you guys know, and we'll probably pick it up for the Heerenveen game, but I'll definitely let you guys know, if anything interesting happens. So I'll see you all shortly. Okay guys, it is game day against Heerenveen. So we had a good 3-1 victory over Roda JC, which was nice. Klaassen played a really good game, Eunice as well, and Sem de Jong played a really good game as well. So pleasing to see him starting to get some game time out on the right, which is nice. So he should get his training up on the right over there quite soon, which will be good. So the more competent he becomes, the better his performances will be, but he's already doing fairly well, so that is really, really good to see. Alrighty, so we are against Heerenveen today. We are going to probably change our lineup around a little bit. It's unfortunate that Van Rijn is injured because Karsdorp's getting a lot of game. Like, he's playing very, very well. He's played really well, like in his couple of games. He already had an assist and not play over the match and stuff, so that is really good. So he's doing really well, which is great to see. He's going to get a little bit worn out though, so he's already a little bit down in conditioning. So I'm thinking I'm going to give, if we can get Vagiva, a run out on the right. Just give Karsdorp a little bit of a rest. Obviously, Vagiva's not a natural right back, but I think that's okay. So we're going to give Dykes a run on the left. Veltman's going to play again, I think. And we're going to put in Hendricks, give him a game at centre-back. Who are we playing here in Venya? Right, so we won't play Wesley Hoyt in place of Veltman, so I think probably have like a bit of a stronger defender in there as well. We put Christopher Ayer back in as the defensive mid. We sort of switched our formation around a little bit last time. Put Klaassen back as the AM. I think I'm going to give Ruben Jensen another run at the central mid box-to-box role there. Alright, actually, can't believe I didn't mention this. We have signed Eric Sviatchenko. From, where did he come from? Celtic. So he signed him for 4.1 million, which is quite good. I really tossed up between him and Van der Hoorn, and yeah, they're pretty much sort of mostly the same. Van der Hoorn had a few better ones, and then Eric had a few better ones of his own. Sort of a bit of a toss-up, really. And I ended up going for Eric here. I think a couple of his stats were just a little bit better for my liking. So, yeah, so hopefully he should do fairly well for us. He did play already a couple of games for us already, which is good. So, or one game I think played last time. Yeah, he played last time I think, so that was good. So yeah, that's good. So it's good that we'll have an extra option there when we need. So we got 4 central defenders now, which is good. Good. Actually, might as well give him a run. We'll give Veltman a rest. We'll give Svirchenko his first run in the team, which will be good. So we're going to give Sam de Jong, probably only play him every alternate game, and just until he gets his competency up a little bit. So you can put Lasse Schöne out on the right again. I'm going to give Victor Fischer a go on the left. I think I should give El Ghazi a run at striker as well. Milik's been playing well, but I think we'll give El Ghazi another run there, so that should be good. John Halstead hasn't played many games. Alright, we're going to give Klaassen a rest. He's played 4 games already, so we'll give John Halstead a run there. And who else can we put in the team? Probably Sinkgraven will be a good backup there. Alright, there we go. Cool. So we've got a fairly decent squad. So obviously we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players missing out apart from subs. So we're going to be doing a fair bit of rotation, but I haven't really got a problem with that. I think that's fairly okay. I think we should be... It's good to get a lot of rotation going. It means most of our players should be fresh, shouldn't have too many injuries, and we get lots of game times around our youngsters. So that is okay. Alrighty, we're going to jump into the game. Have a quick look at Heerenveen. They're playing 4-4-1-1, which is okay. So I haven't really got a problem with that. We should dominate the central midfield. Not really going to go for any opposition instructions at the moment. I'll see how things start going. So tell our team to pick up where they left off, and then just go for this one. Cool. Alrighty, we're not going to make any tactical changes or anything like that. I think we're just going to jump straight into the game. So I'm going to pause the video, guys, and we'll probably be back at the end of the game with a result. So see you all soon. Okay, everyone, we had a 2-1 victory over Heerenveen. It was actually fairly routine. Scoreline may not suggest that, but we weren't really too troubled apart from the goal, unfortunately. The goal was very, very poor. So I'm just going to run through the goals here just to show you guys. A couple of really good goals from us, really 2 team goals, which was awesome. So this one came from a throw-in, which was really good. Fischer played very, very well. Great little through ball by John Halstead there to pick that out, and Fischer made some really good off-the-ball movement there. So picks it up and slots it home, which was really, really good. So great play all around there. Good play by El Ghazi, Fischer, and Mr. John there. So that was good. Good first goal. The second goal was second goal was just as good, if not better, actually. So brilliant finish by El Ghazi. We're going to see here another one from a throw-in, actually. So Vergever has it on the right, knocks it over to Schöne, who's drifted in, and then brings it back over to Vergever. That big space generally our fullbacks have. And yeah, El Ghazi on the volley knocked it in, so that was really, really good. So a nice, good finish from him. We'll see the Heerenveen goal here, which was a bit poor by our wide players, I think, from memory. Let's go have a look at this now. Here we go. Keep an eye on the right over here. So the goal comes from out the right somewhere. So we have a look at here about probably our fullback Vergever. Yeah, so the ball gets sprayed out to the right. Yep. And Vergever goes and shuts him down. Yeah, alright, so he gets skinned there. And then who was that? That was Hendricks. Got beaten by his man there. Just lost his man. And tucked it away there. So that wasn't great defending by Vergever. Probably shouldn't have gotten skinned like that. Shouldn't have closed down so rashly. And yeah, Hendricks should have probably not lost his man so easily. So anyway, that was fine. We got a 2-1 victory, which is all that matters. So 3 wins and a draw to start our first 4 games, which is good. So we're on top of the ladder, which is a fairly decent start to the season. So that is pleasing. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. So we are... so you're not a bad player, are you? You're Slovenian though, so we're not really interested in you. You're not Dutch or Scandinavian, so we can't really transfer you. Alrighty, so... when do we have our Champions League draw? Can't be far away. We've got 26 days until the actual first match. So, there it is, 24th. Actually, I'll run through. I'll just run through these few days until we get to the Champions League draw. We don't have a game between now and then. So the next game is against Canberra. So once we've had the draw, we'll probably run through to actually the Champions League day, the first match, and then we'll probably pick up the episode there. So we should get probably the first match in. So we're running probably around 9.5 minutes at the moment on the episode. So should end up having a fairly decent episode. So Excelsior have made a bid for Noah Lang. No, not for 350k. Probably again, it's probably a player that's not really going to end up playing for us in our first team, but that's probably a little bit too little money for what I would like. Which is fine. Fine. Oh, dearie me. Alrighty. So hopefully Young Ajax do a little bit better this time around. They finished last or second last couple of seasons, so it's probably my fault because I do sort of decimate the team, and you see they actually don't have a full team in here. So they're sort of really scrabbling for numbers a lot of the time, which is, yeah, I haven't really got a problem with that. Like, it is good, would be good to have a good winning B team, but we've just got so many players that we're better off loaning them out. God, we've got some talent in this Ajax club now. I suppose I've brought a lot of it in, but we've got ridiculous amounts of talent. So many 4 stars and even 3.5 stars, and the under-19s in the B team, and then all the youngsters in our first team. So much talent. Anyway, I mean, it's good though, because hopefully it means that we're going to be able to... Actually, the match preparation then was a little bit low, wasn't it? Yeah, it's actually still a fair way off fluid, so I'm actually going to jump back in. I thought it was a lot higher than that. I'm going to jump back in and change this over to match tactics, and actually bump up these settings again. And move our training up to high just to compensate for that, because the higher the match training is, the less like the overall workload, so I'm just going to bump that up. That should compensate for it. Yeah, so probably looks like we need a little bit more of our match training, our fluidity on our tactics, so we definitely want to have that completely maxed out by the time we get to the Champions League, otherwise we're going to be in a bit of trouble. Gil Samay, you're going to be an absolute machine. We had so many offers for you from like Real Madrid, Man City, PSG, I think even Man United made a bid, because he's got such amazing potential. Like, I'm not sure, like, in terms of the actual, like, I'm not sure if you guys know, but, excuse me, players in the game have basically like a 0 to 200 potential, like, rating. And that's sort of how they're rated on. They have a current ability rating and then a potential ability. Like, for example, like Gil Samara could have a current ability of, I don't know, like 90 or something, but he could have a potential of, I don't know, like 180. And like the really amazing players in the world, like I think Messi's around a 188. So there's no 200s in the game, which would be like basically the perfect player. I think the highest is a 188. I think that's Messi. I think Ronaldo is maybe a couple points lower, but not too much. So yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if actually, given the interest he's had, and actually it looks like he's going to have a lot of extra potential there. I wouldn't be surprised if it's maybe like a 170s player, which is going to be like a world-class player. Anyone in the 170s or even 160s is going to be a world-class player. So it's not always about the ratings though. It depends on the actual stats breakdown. I think for like an advanced forward, I think this guy's going to be an absolute machine. Like 16 composure, 14 finishing, 16 heading. Like these physical stats for a 17-year-old. Needs a bit of work on off the ball and stuff, and anticipation and first touch, and probably needs a little bit quicker as well. But apart from that, once we get those things worked on, which is what we're working on at the moment, by the way, he's going to be an absolute machine. He's just going to be an absolute goal machine. So that's probably why I've had that many offers for him, which is good. So that is fine. I'll give you until fit, so I'll give you a few games there. Cool. Alrighty. Drone Zoit. I've been a few offers from a couple of English clubs, Derby and Watford. Very cheap, to only 2 million, so he's actually not a bad player, not a bad goalie. Which is fine. Cool. Alrighty. So that should be 4 games for everybody. Oh, not quite for Vitesse. So actually, they actually win their next game, they'll be on top of the ladder. They'll be 2 points clear of us. So yeah, so we're clear on by 1 point, which is good. Yeah, so doing a fairly decent start to the season. A lot better than last season. Last season we really struggled at the start with some of our results. It didn't work out that well at all. So we're doing a lot better this time around, which is good. Very interested to see how we go in the Champions League. I think I really want to make it out of the group stage. I'll make it the knockout stages. I want to keep building on it every year because it's a little bit varied on who you actually draw. Yeah, so that's why I'm giving ourselves like another, like a 5 years, because we could get like a couple of really bad draws. Like last year's group stage draw was a bit of a nightmare. It was a terrible draw for us anyway, and we didn't play well. But yes. All right, Young Ajax actually won a game. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty impressive. We've won a draw, a win, and a loss for the first 3 games, which is fine. Scandinavia report, that's fine. Yeah, Christopher A is going to be a machine as well. 19 years old, still a lot of development to go. Does he have a minimum fee release? He doesn't. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. He's got a contract until 2020 as well, so interesting. Cool. Yeah, he's gonna be a very, very good player. He's Mr. Christopher. Kickoff. It's 11:45 PM in Australia, guys, and I've just got a notification on my phone. Kickoff. Watford Man United. So that should be an interesting game, actually. PSV actually have accepted those offers. Only a couple of million for their #1 goalkeeper. I'm a little bit surprised about that because he's like their main goalkeeper. So look at their goalies, their team here. Yeah, he's their #1 goalkeeper, and they've just only accepted a couple of million for him. It's really quite surprising. I would have held out a lot higher than that. Anyway, that's fine. Not my call. Weekends an opposition team. I'm more than happy with that. All right, so Leroy Owusu is going to OGC Nice in France in League One, which is good, and he's going to be a first-team player there, which is good. So, yeah, so it's the end of the season, so he should get quite a few games there. So he's probably not one of those players again who's not going to really end up playing for us, but it's good to get game time and development, and that's going to raise their value and all that kind of stuff. So, yep. We got 20%. Our PSV have bought Stefano Denswil. Interesting. Actually, I did look at him. Oops. I did look at actually buying him, but he wasn't really what I was interested in. He's not quite good enough. So, well, obviously, he was an Ajax player, if you can see here. They went to Club Brugge, and now he's back at PSV, so he's interesting. Fine. Zian Fleming. Yeah, I'm not interested. Cool. Bid for Lang. Yeah, not interested again. Just fine. 29 players. So if we look at like the half the under-19s and under-21s team are Ajax players, which is really quite good. So it shows we're doing quite well. We've got a lot of players in this team, so it means we're picking up a lot of the Dutch talent, which is really good. 3 of our players playing for Holland, so Sillerson, Klaassen and Dykes, which is good. And yeah, a few other people sprinkled through there, which is nice. Cool. Alrighty, tomorrow, Champions League draw. Dutch Cup second round draw. So who do we get in this one? Where are we? We get Telstar, which is a Jupiter League club, which is fine. So I'm going to win the Dutch Cup. I don't care what happens. I don't care how much time I have to spend planning and all that kind of stuff. We are going to win the Dutch Cup after a heartbreak of losing to Feyenoord in penalties last time, which was just disgraceful after we dominated the game. Yeah, we're going to win. So we've got 8.57 million, so we're rolling in money. 92 million pounds in the bank. Still got a 37 million pound transfer budget. We just can't spend it because we just can't get the players that I want. Because we've got so many good young players. So Anton Markkanen, who are you? You're a Finnish player. There's not many Finnish players out there actually. Really good passing. So we'll get you a bit of a scout. We'll give our main man Omar. Give you a month scouting, add you to our shortlist. It's always good to know where the talent is in case you need, guys. Just in case you feel the hell of it, just don't want to spend your money, which I may not doing. Alrighty, so John House status progress, which is good. He's doing well, which is fine. Fisher dropped by Denmark. That's interesting. Jerome Zote has signed for Watford, which is interesting. Cool. Alrighty, Champions League draw. So we're still 3rd seed, I believe. Yes, we are. Jeez, fine. Cool. Who's the other Netherlands club? Oh, did they not make it? Must have went through the group stages. They must not have made it. Wow. That's rough. Only one Dutch club in the Champions League. It's terrible. Alrighty, we're going to run through this, see who we do and don't want. Alrighty, who have we got here? First one to be okay, Porto maybe. Oh, second one's terrible. Barcelona, Chelsea, Bayern, Atletico, PSG, Shakhtar. I don't want Shakhtar. Oh, it was a nightmare playing against them last time around. Real Madrid, CSKA. Wouldn't mind that actually. Sporting Braga. That's the one to get. Group F. We want Group F. Braga and Leverkusen. That would be not a bad draw actually. Arsenal, Dortmund, Juventus, Man United. So yeah, there's a few decent ones. So all right. Cross your fingers, guys. Cross your fingers for a good draw. I'm crossing all crossable bits at the moment, and we're gonna start drawing it. See how we go. Alright, we didn't get that one. We don't want the next one. We really don't want the next one. I think that's probably the worst one, actually. If we look through, probably apart from Juventus and Man United, Arsenal Dortmund's going to be tough as well. Yeah, PSG and Shakhtar. Bayern and Atletico's. Yeah, Atletico's not bad. I mean, obviously, Atletico, a very good club, but I don't want Barcelona and Chelsea. That'd be terrible. No, alright, that's okay. No. Oh, we got Shakhtar again. Oh, you dogs. Oh, dearie me. Flipping Shakhtar, they absolutely creamed us last season in the Champions League. They annihilated us. So, I'm going to do a lot of research on Shakhtar, see how we can shut them down. I'm determined to get a win against Shakhtar, at least one. PSG is tough as well. They're a machine, obviously. Alrighty, who do we get the fourth team? Sure, we can get a decent fourth team. We got Roma last time. Roma is not a fourth seeded club. We shouldn't get them. So we got Celtic, Real Sociedad, Hoffenheim, Anderlecht, and Copenhagen. So who do we get? Hoffenheim. They finished fourth, didn't they? So could be worse, could be better. Although maybe it couldn't really be worse. Who could be worse? Probably Real Sociedad, given they're doing so well. Celtic's okay. Anderlecht. So it's Anderlecht a pretty good team, aren't they? These days. Alrighty, it's tough, but it's not out of the realms of possibility with our new counter-attacking tactic, which we'll probably play at Shakhtar and PSG. I think we may go after Hoffenheim, actually. We'll definitely play our counter-attacking tactic at all our away games. Probably play it against PSG and maybe Shakhtar at home, and I think maybe we'll go after Hoffenheim at home. See how we go, though. So I think we're with a great chance. Relatively easy Dutch Cup draw. Tougher than people agree. Transfer window shuts in a few days. You're still looking to do business. No business. Considerable away trip against Shakhtar. Just like any other match. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Right, done. Alright, guys, so that's our draw. That is the draw for the Champions League. So I actually have a quick look at our actual draw of the matches, the number of matches. Alrighty, what are we looking at? So we've got Shakhtar at home. Oh, that's a massive game. That is an enormous game. If we pick up a win against Shakhtar early, that would be brilliant. That would really put us in a decent spot. Then we've got an away games against Hoffenheim, away against PSG, home against PSG, away against Shakhtar, and finish up with a home against Hoffenheim. That could be a massive game, a home game against Hoffenheim. Yeah, because I think we're probably maybe battling out for the third spot and hopefully maybe second if we can pull a few upsets here and there. So, dearie me. Alright, guys, that's cool. I think we're going to end the episode here. So 32 minutes on the clock. We will end things here. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Hope you enjoyed this series. Let me know any suggestions, comments, thoughts, hopes, dreams, anything you feel like writing in the comments. That would be great. Alright, guys, I will see you all for the next episode.